What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. It's been a while, I've been promising it, and here it is. It's finally here. The Protean Shift Era Defense Spotlight for the Flame Aura. We all know them, we all love them, we have all spammed them all over the place, and got to love me some Flame Auras. Now, there are lots of different ways to spec out your Flame Auras. The way I particularly am doing mine is designed for Onslaught and Cyborgs, so I am using the Tenacity mod. Now, of course, if you're just doing Chaos 7 and you're grinding Chaos 7 out, there is absolutely zero point of using that mod. However, the go-to mods for me are without a doubt Anti-Melee, Melee Boom, and Tenacity Servo. The reason I'm going with these three, first off, Tenacity Servo, of course, to help me counter against those Cyborgs, the Melee Boom and the Anti-Melee, strictly because my Flame Auras, what I want to use them for is clearing out all the little guys. I want everything dead and nothing but bosses or mini-bosses making it through the point at the end of my Flame Auras. Now, the majority of every single pack of mobs is melee mobs. The majority of the maps you see, there are more melee mobs than anything else. Plus, melee mobs are very, very healthy, making for some nice booms, considering the boom is based off of a percentage of their total health as an AoE. So Anti-Melee Servo and Melee Boom kind of go hand in hand together. Those two are just really, really awesome mods, and they're two of the most popular mods in the entire setup. I would go as far as to say Melee Boom is without a doubt the 100% most popular boom mod, or mod that people are looking to get. Tenacity, of course, currently is a little bit buggy. However, the basic purpose of it is to reduce the time of negative stun effects, therefore keeping it from being stunned by Cyborgs. Now, taking a look at the shards I am using Mass Destruction, a Gilded Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes. Now let's take a look at our attack speed real quick. It is at 0.31, which is the max. Now if we went on and took out... Oh, that's a gilded one too. If we took out the gilded defense rate, let's take that one right there. Let's get rid of the gilded and take a look at a regular defense rate. This drops us to 0.4. Now, if you don't have enough defense rate shards to gild yours at, it's not a huge deal. It's 0.31 to 0.4, so it's 9/100ths of a second difference in Flame Aura attack speed. However, to fully maximize it, you will, without a doubt, want to gild up a defense rate shard or use defense rate as one of your mods. Now, if you were to replace one of these mods and use defense rate in place of it, I personally would say go Tenacity Servo if your focus is not Onslaught, and then Anti-Melee Servo if it is Onslaught and you like to use Flame Auras quite frequently. If you just have the urge to put a Flame Aura down in a Cyborg lane, by all means you should, but you should have that Tenacity Servo on there. Now, 0.31, of course, gets us up to about 616 damage per second. I am using a kind of a mediocre mod, nowhere near the cap for Chaos 7, just to give you guys some real numbers. Taking a look at the Ascension itself, it would follow the exact same basic builder Ascension that we would follow on all of our heroes, and that is, first things first, you want to max out your defense crit chance. In your defense category, you're going to want to go defense speed. Offense we're not going to worry about right now. So at this point, you would be at 60 Ascension. You'd have 20 points in defense speed, 20 points in defense crit. Now you're going to want to go ahead and switch over to defense crit damage for your next 20. You're going to want to put 20 points directly into Flame Aura damage. And this is where you would be at Ascension 120. So you should have 20 points of defense speed, 20 into Flame Aura damage, 20 into defense crit chance, and then 20 into defense crit damage. Now from here, we'd want to go into the range gambit. Now after we get 40 points into our Flame Aura range gambit, and then 40 more points into the defense power, we're going to see that we are gaining 1200 power here, and we are losing 1200 power here. Now, if we put one more point into each, we now see we're gaining 1220, yet we're losing 1230. So we're losing 10 defense power in the mix. So when you get your Flame Aura range gambit up to 40, you're going to want to go a little bit heavier into the Flame Aura damage before you worry about maxing out the Flame Aura range gambit. 40 of 50 is a pretty darn good start, and that will get you to the point where you have enough Ascension, or are made it through the game far enough where you're gaining Ascension quick enough where you're going to be able to hop right through that without any major issues. Flame Auras are without a doubt a kind of a go-to defense in almost every one of my builds. They do hit ground mobs, they do hit flyers, and they are just all around a really, really solid defense. Now, of course, they're not the auras that we were used to from Dungeon Defenders 1, however, they are what we've got in DD2, and they also buff up really, really nicely. In this situation, I am using a Destructive Pylon. However, like a Boost Aura, you can do amazing things with a Flame Aura. And that is, once again, just with that same old mediocre relic. So that will do it for now. If you have any questions at all about your Flame Auras, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get all your questions answered. And then click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. There's going to be lots more DD2 and many more defense spotlights coming your way. Now, on a side note, it is the 4th of July, so happy 4th of July, everyone. In light of the holiday here in the United States, I will not be doing my normal stream time on YouTube. However, I am going to be streaming at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/juicebags. I got some awesome stuff to give away, so make sure you swing on by and say hello. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time around. Take it easy.